Rupert Murdoch's TalkTV launched as a linear TV channel in April 2022. The idea was to shake up British broadcasting and replicate the success of Fox News across the Atlantic. Murdoch launched that in the mid-1990s, and it subsequently transformed US news media in the almost 3 decades since. But less than 2 years after the launch of TalkTV, it's all over. That's right, TalkTV will no longer be on TV. And the station will be shifting exclusively online by the summer. A website Guido Fawkes obtained an email sent by Scott Taunton, President of Broadcasting at Murdoch's News UK, to all TalkTV staff. It says this: "It is obvious to all of us that for the majority of people, news consumption is shifting online. People are checking the news via their smartphones, and the highest consumption of Talk's content is already online and growing. 2 years ago, we would not have been brave enough to launch a channel without a linear presence. But audiences of all ages have moved fast, and smartphones are now the primary device where news is consumed. We need to adapt to this as a priority. We are therefore intending that Talk comes off linear television from early summer, and our focus will be on streaming." Now, it's true that viewers are increasingly shifting to online platforms, but that's been the case for 20 years. Facebook has been around since 2004, not 2024. We didn't all start using smartphones last Christmas. It's also true, however, the channel has been dying from day one. Indeed, the now Politics show The News Desk, hosted by Tom Newton-Dunn, did not register a single viewer over several broadcasts in 2022. It's true. And that was according to the official TV rating agency Barb. Even Piers Morgan himself appeared to admit that linear TV was a bad idea pretty much as soon as TalkTV started. He tweeted this in 2022. "Insane numbers just shows that content really is king and can be consumed in so many different ways. Linear TV increasingly irrelevant to total eyeball potential for a global show like this, especially with younger viewers who don't really watch TV anymore." Younger viewers don't watch TV anymore, so let's set up a linear TV channel. Sounds really smart. Kieran, make sense of the TalkTV fiasco to me.
I mean, I'm not sure I can. I do think that TalkTV came along at an inopportune time. It came along at the same time as GB News. And GB News, I think, has cornered that part of the market. I mean, that's the way I read it anyway. I don't have a particularly intimate relationship with TalkTV. I've very rarely watched it, even in the form of clips online. So perhaps I'm well placed to answer this. I think it struggled to carve out a niche for itself. It struggled to carve out an identity for itself in a way that GB News was very effective at doing. I'm comparing them because I think that they are broadly analogous, in the time that they came along, their model and the kinds of audiences they appealed to. TalkTV, respect to it in a sense for having genuinely left voices, those that were willing to go on it. But its strategy has always been quite mystifying to me. Again, I don't think it has a particularly distinct identity in the way that GB News clearly has managed to establish. And I think it's probably suffering or has suffered largely as a consequence of that. Whether you could deconstruct that and say it's bad comms, it's bad branding, it's a lack of imagination on X, Y, and Z, I couldn't say.
I mean, I would just say it was bad TV. We were talking a few weeks ago about the appearance of a trade unionist on a show with, not Mike Graham, who's the other one? James Whale. And I said, what the hell is going on here? Zero professionalism, not very interesting. Car Crash TV, I would be embarrassed to broadcast that. They made it as a clip and put it on social media. So I'm not really that surprised, although the data around certain shows getting 0 views, statistically 0. So maybe like 5 people watch, but in terms of Barb ratings, 0 views is utterly extraordinary. And remember, this is something which was started by Rupert Murdoch, right? The man behind Fox News rather. The most influential news network of the 21st century, without a doubt. And yet he's also behind TalkTV. So either he's lost the Midas touch, or maybe he's not as smart as we all think, and actually some other people were involved in Fox. Probably a bit of both.